read and write. So we're leaving in speak. Are you saying that the Westchester County Code does not require?
Not required. You can use interpreter. That's what I want. I bring a copies and I want to give it to everyone.
So give that to the clerk so we have it, and then we can talk about it. All we're doing tonight is scheduling a public hearing on the proposed changes, so we can go back and talk about taking out the requirement to speak also. But give that to the clerk.
Talking about the Hispanic thing, you never see many Hispanic people come to here, no?
No.
That's the reason.
Why?
Because they don't know. They don't know everything is in English. So they don't have a change. I don't know if there are some interpreters here. If you have some resident in Pisky, came to give us some complaints, came to give us some idea to work together and live together.
All right. So
and there no any way to they come because they don't understand nothing.
Got it. So we got your message. Thank you.
Thank you. So they
can speak if you want to interpret for them.
Oh my God.
Por darme esta oportunidad de que podemos expresar lo que nosotros necesitamos. Necesitamos choferes que hablen español.
She said, "Thank you for giving the opportunity to learn and express what I want to say, what I feel." And she said that they need a driver speak Spanish.
Somos una comunidad hispana que la necesitamos urgente porque somos muchos los que estamos aquí viviendo en Pisky y necesitamos que ustedes nos ayuden en este momento.
Okay, she said there's a huge community, Hispanic community, and they need your help for this kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bueno, lo dije.
She said thank you maybe only. She can say thank you.
Buenas noches, Marcelina Liriano, en el 951 de la Main Street. Vengo a decirle gracias, thank you, por lo menos, por la oportunidad que nos están dando esta noche de expresar nuestra necesidad como latino, de que necesitamos el servicio de taxi en español porque no tenemos vehículo para transportarnos. Por ejemplo, yo estoy enferma de cáncer, voy mucho al hospital y necesito un transporte en español porque a veces me limita mucho la situación.
Let me try to remember everything.
She needs the services in Spanish.
Yes, she's a cancer survivor. She lives here in 951 Main Street. She got her hospital.
Cancer survivor. Oh my God.
And she want to say thank you for letting spread and listen to what I say.
We got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't need friends.
Hopefully this will go on all fucking night.
My name is Dinora Pacheco. I live in 234 Ringgold Street. I know you remember me. But the Pisco community is big. And Hispanics are strong, have many business here. So we don't want to happen what has happened with Pedro, that he went to another town to get license to drive. So we don't need that. We need our people working here to make a progress. So we need the taxes,
we need some of that progress.
the people. I understand that we need speaking Spanish and English. Because dual language is more, you can have more opportunity. But some people can't do it. See, some people don't have a time. Some people are a little lazy sometimes. But we have to give it the opportunity to then can working here. We need them. And this is their support for their family. So if they go to another town, they got provided to another town progress, not our fiscal town. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any communications? I received one. If I can just read it into the record, I have a copy for you. Dear Mayor Catalina, I am a great believer in giving credit where credit is due. After using my gas grill this weekend, I was unable to turn the propane tank valve off. No matter how hard I and others tried, it just would not turn off. I spoke to someone at the firehouse who, after making sure that I was all right and no propane was leaking, suggested calling Paraco Company. They were very helpful, but they were very unhelpful and rude. If they could not help me, the fireman suggested that I should call back on the 911 emergency number and assistance would be dispatched to see if they could help. I did not feel comfortable doing this. I felt that my calling would prevent the firehouse from assisting someone with a real emergency. Yesterday morning, I called City Hall. I spoke to a lovely lady, Kelly, who immediately said, "Jim Howard will help you. I know he can." She'd asked him to call me back as soon as he returned from the field. Sure enough, Mr. Howard called me within an hour. Not only was he extremely professional and helpful, but I truly believe that he went beyond what was expected of him. This was a private matter, not a city matter. He didn't even hesitate to ask for my address. He then went to my home with a friend of his because he didn't want, as he put it, to leave me hanging. An hour or so later, he called me to tell me that he had disconnected the tank and it was safe for me to take it back to where I bought it, at Mobile Station on Route 6. He also advised me that the tank was stamped with a 1999 date when it should have been at least 2008. He was upset that I had been sold an old tank and wished he could help me yet again, but unfortunately, it was out of his jurisdiction. Mr. Howard's gesture was a perfect example of what a difference a small act of kindness makes to someone else. This should be a lesson to all of us. I thank you for having such a terrific staff, and I thank Mr. Howard for being such an outstanding individual. Respectfully, Lillian Corasaco, 4 Elmwood Circle, Peekskill, New York. Now, I sent this to Jim and told him that I would read this at this meeting to become part of the official record. And he wrote back to me and said, "Thanks, Mayor, but I would be remiss if I did not credit volunteer firefighter ex-captain Howie Esterly, who manages Burnwell Propane Distribution Facility on Lower South Street. He is my resident expert on propane and makes himself available whenever we need him. He was the friend I brought along with me. Thanks again." So I just want to recognize Howie Esterly, and of course the great Jim Howard, and thank the citizen for this complaint. We get enough complaints, we don't get enough letters like this.
That's true.
Are there any department or city manager reports? I'm sorry, the other communication that I had was that on Friday, June 26th at 7 p.m. at the Riverfront Green, the City of Peekskill will hold with the Peekskill Area Pastors Association an interfaith memorial service for the victims of the South Carolina massacre. That service will take place at 7 o'clock again at the Riverfront Green, and we urge all citizens of all faiths to attend and to bring with you a candle, because there will be a candlelight march immediately following the service. So that's the other communication. All right, going to new business. We have local law number 5 of 2015, amending Chapter 73 of the Code, entitled Human Relations Commission. Do we need Councilman Rigger?
Mr. Mayor, I move that we accept local law number 5 of